Are you lying awake at night worried about sending your child with ADHD or SPD back to school? Maybe you're dreading the phone calls from teachers about focus issues, the meltdowns over homework, or watching your brilliant child struggle in an environment that just doesn't seem designated for how their brain works. If you're like most parents we meet, you've probably tried behavior charts, talked to counselors, maybe even considered medication, but you're still searching for answers that actually address what's really going on. I'll give you a statistic that should get every parent's attention. In 2022, an additional 1 million US children received an ADHD diagnosis compared to 2016. Sensory processing challenges now affect nearly 1 in 6 children. Yet most doctors are still approaching these conditions the same way they did 20 years ago, focusing on managing the signs instead of addressing the root cause. But what if I told you there's a completely different approach that's helping children not just survive the school year, but actually thrive? Let's talk about it. I want to start by telling you a story about our friend Janine. Janine came to our office as a young teen with major sensory processing struggles. Physical touch, crowds, loud noises, and even itchy clothes would send her into complete overwhelm with anxiousness. It made school and even simple tasks like going into stores extremely difficult for her and her family. Janine was so easily overwhelmed by outside stimulation because she had so much stress built up inside her nervous system. Through neurologically focused chiropractic care, we helped calm down the stress and the noise within her very sensitive body. Today, Janine says that chiropractic helps me live. When she gets overwhelmed now, she rates her anxiety at a level 3 or 4 versus the 8 or 9 that it used to be. She's now thriving so much that she's even considering becoming a chiropractor herself. Love Janine's story. And what is so cool is that she isn't alone in this transformation. Now let's transition into understanding the real root cause when it comes to ADHD and SPD and all of the hard transitions during the school year. The truth is, ADHD and SPD are often characterized by an overactive sympathetic fight or flight nervous system response. That's the imbalance that is sabotaging your child's school year. This leaves children constantly on edge and makes it nearly impossible to focus, transition between activities, or regulate emotions in a school environment. At the same time, their parasympathetic rest and digest system, which is crucial for focused learning and emotional balance, remains underactive. And this nervous system imbalance often begins with what we call the perfect storm. Early life stressors, including prenatal stress, birth interventions, and environmental factors that leave the nervous system stuck in a state of dysfunction. Now, let's go through some drug free tips on what changes everything. And I promise the last one is the best. Quality sleep. It's absolutely crucial for managing ADHD and SPD signs because during sleep, the brain consolidates learning, processes emotions, and recharges for the next day. However, many children with these conditions struggle with sleep issues, creating a vicious cycle. Gradually, adjust bedtimes and wake times by just 15 minutes every few days and establish a calming bedtime routine. Creating sleep friendly environments can dramatically improve focus and emotional regulation during school hours. Children with ADHD and SPD often struggle with executive function skills. Creating organized home environments with command centers, designated spaces for school items, and color-coded systems can help reduce anxiety and enable children to feel more in control of their daily routines. This isn't just about organization, it's about reducing the cognitive load on an already overwhelmed nervous system, allowing the mental energy to be directed toward learning and growth instead. Dr. John Rady's groundbreaking research in his book called Spark shows that exercise can be as effective as medication for some children with ADHD. Many people know that exercise is good to maintain good shape, keep a healthy weight, and overall feel better. But most people don't realize its huge impact on the brain. It's not very often you'll hear people say, like, I need to go for a run to prepare for my exam later. Or I started to go to the gym to make my productivity improve. But the truth is that it can make you smarter and it can make you more mentally tough and more focused, which is why it can be so beneficial for children struggling with ADHD. It can improve cognitive function, boost mood, and help manage anxiety naturally. Morning physical activity especially helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system and improve neurological function throughout the school day. This gives children the internal regulation that they need to succeed academically and socially. So maybe you've tried all these things and still haven't seen much of a change in your child. Well, then let's talk about the foundation that is key before anything else. And that is neurologically focused chiropractic care. That is the piece that's missing. Through gentle, specific adjustments, neurologically focused chiropractic care works to release tension in the overactive sympathetic nervous system while activating the calming parasympathetic side, including the vital vagus nerve. At our office, we use advanced insight scan technology to pinpoint exactly where your nervous system stress is occurring and create personalized care plans that can lead to improved focus, better emotional regulation, enhanced sleep quality, and fewer behavioral challenges. This approach addresses the foundation, the nervous system, which then allows all the other strategies like sleep, organization, and exercise to work more effectively. Click the link in our bio to learn more about back to school transitions.